Hi guys, and welcome to the Batch Lady, where I show you how to make fast, simple, homemade food that you can get in your freezer and use whenever you want it, so that when you come home in the evening you already have a meal prepared and you don't have to do any washing up. And today is no exception. We have got the Mexican hat out. We are talking Mexican. I've already done some of these already if you've been watching. Mexican food is so versatile, and I tell you why it's great as a family meal and why it's so popular in the States is you can literally change it up as you go. If you've got young kids, it works for them. You can make it less spicy, more spicy, and I'll give you top tips as I go along today of how you would do that. But today we are talking about fajitas. Now I've got a lovely little board here. Can you see that? I shall bring it around and let you see. So my fajitas are on this beautiful little sort of hot pan. There's all my meat, and then here are my wraps. Now, if I was serving this, I'm going to serve it with some salsa. I've got some sour cream, I've got some cheese. You could put a nice salad out. And the other thing is, if it's not been out already, it will be coming soon, my guacamole. So this is homemade guacamole. You'll get my recipe at www.thebatchlady.com, and it is freezable guacamole. It's cheap, it's much healthier for you, and it's made in ice cream scoops. If you follow my plan, you can just take one out, let it defrost, add a chopped onion or some tomato through it, and just have it like this, and you're good to go. It saves you paying £2 for one of those tiny little pots that goes brown the first time you use it. Freezable guacamole works great. So we are making fajitas today, okay? So this is what our end result is going to be. Now we are going to make one for the pot, because my guys are I'm literally going fast because my husband's just about to come in from work. So we are making one for the pot today, and we are making one for the freezer. So I want to show you how to do both. So here I have some thin cut steaks, okay? And these are thin cut beef steaks. They weren't very expensive at all. They're not like usual steaks, you know, they're super thin. Look, I mean, there's not a great deal to them. So I've got 4 here. And in this bag, I'm not going to waste this bag, I'm just going to use it for my freezer ones. I think I've already taken one out of here, so I've got 3 maybe, do I? So I've got 3 there, so I'm going to cut this one in half, and we're going to have 3.5 in each bag, right? So, one for the bag, we're going to just cut it up. In fact, let's get started on our pot one first. We'll make this one our pot one. Okay, so you are just going to cut it into quite thick slices. You could cut thinner slices, it's entirely up to you. And you're going to put the mix on this as you go. So I'll show you with this one. You're going to get your peppers. Now I always use fresh peppers when I'm using Mexican food because I like them to be a bit crunchier, and frozen ones tend to go a bit softer, which is fine in big sort of saucy dishes. But in ones like these, I've already chopped my peppers, different colours. I've got my pan going here with my oil, so we'll just get started. A really hot pan, hot oil, and I put my peppers in first because this steak is so thin, it's going to take no time at all. Okay? Now, I've got 2 bags out here, but I'm going to show you, you don't need to use them, you can save a bag as well. This is the one we're eating tonight. We're going to put it back in the bag, and we're going to add a fajita mix packet, okay? Now I use all different brands. You go to the supermarket, sometimes they're £1.60 for a little packet. If you go to Home Bargains, Home Basics, The Range, places like that, you can sometimes get them as low as 39p. Worth shopping around. If I ever find ones at 39p, buy one, try it. If your kids like it, then you can go back and buy 20 at a time if it's that cheap. I used to use a big pot of fajita mix, and my kids have just gone off it. They say it's a bit spicy, they don't really like it, so I'm back to the packet. Now I'm just going to use about half a packet for this. It's up to you depending on how much stuff you want, really. And I'm just going to give it a mix around in this bag. And I'm going to get a tiny bit of water from the tap and just add it to it. Stay there, 1 minute. And I'm back. There we go. And I'm just doing that because it was a little bit dry, okay? And I really don't want a dry mix. Mix it around, just like that, so that the whole meat is seasoned and covered. And I'm just going to pour that onto my pan now. Oh, That is going to be delicious. Now, with this bag, I've already used it, it's going to be perfect. I'm going to make one for the freezer. And the one for the freezer, of course, is not being cooked. You wouldn't want to cook this minute steak, you wouldn't want to already cook it and then have to recook it. Oh, there would be no point, it would be all dry. So instead, you want to do exactly what we've just done, but this one we're going to freeze in the freezer so that you've already done this once, and all you're doing is bringing it out. As long as you've got some wraps, or tortillas as we call them, and I've got little ones for this. I think these little ones work really well. They were just from Tesco, I found them. Great for little fingers as well. So put it in, and I've actually got 2 halves left, so I'm just going to use my 2 halves to save me using a new packet. Give it a mix around. I'm going to add some water, hold on. Right, that's going to make the sauce in the bag. Now this is going to freeze, so it's going to marinate fantastic, okay? Mix it all around, and then what I'm going to do is just put my fresh peppers over it. Now these are going to freeze, so they will go a bit soggier, but not too much, because they are still fresh. So that's 1 bag for the freezer. Make it as flat as you can, it means it will defrost a lot quicker. Make sure you seal it and get all laid out. Spend a bit more time than I'm doing. You can hear my one sizzling. Let's have a look and see what it's like. So that is basically a massive version of that. Okay, so there you have it. This is steak fajitas at their best. Delicious, easy enough to go in the freezer, easy enough. We're just about to eat this for supper tonight. Thank you very much for watching my Mexican section. Keep watching, there's lots more to come. There's enchiladas, burritos, soft tacos, hard tacos, enchiladas, tons of stuff. Keep watching.